I'm from Calgary, Alberta. I'm an investment advisor and financial planner, and I've been in the industry for about 15 years now. A lot of investment advisors are consumed by money and they believe in money. Greed is good to them. They see the Wall Street guys or the Bay Street guys driving like these flashy cars, wearing these flashy watches. They get caught up in the social media. If you believe that all you have is money, what else is there? There has to be more to that. But money doesn't always create happiness. Money is there to be utilized to create something with. And I wanted to break that mold to say, yes, there's a lot of very successful investment advisors and financial planners out there and money managers, but I didn't want to break my core values, and I didn't want to break God's heart or Jesus' heart. I wanted to do it with faith in mind, where I try to interject Christian values into my business. I think my mission field is my industry. Is try to talk to other advisors or try to talk to other clients and say, hey, look, there's more to it than just kind of sitting there and thinking about money. All of the messages that Vin and Mark were saying just kept hammering to me over and over again. It'd be a message about money, a message about materialism things, a message about work, whatever you name it, and it just kept hitting and hitting and hitting. It's like he was reaching through the screen and like standing in front of me, kind of yelling at me and saying like, why are you doing this? So there's a point where I had to tell both the business partners that I had to leave. And this was the hardest thing I had to do in a very, very long period of time. Some of the core values of Jesus' teaching really did not line up. I basically had to make a decision. Either lose my core values and Jesus' teachings and almost sell my soul, or if I was to leave that partnership, there is a monetary cost. It would have been very close to about $100,000. The week that actually happened, I was very, very nervous. Mark's message was on idolizing money. I did not want to leave or give up my core values. Right after I told the partners, I felt a sense of calm, at peace, and I couldn't understand why. And I just cried. I really felt that God said to me, Chris, I saved you from this situation. I need you to do something for me down the line. I truly trust God now through what I've actually seen. I think it's like the rich businessman trying to follow Jesus, right? And Jesus was saying, why don't you leave everything to come follow me, right? Because the businessman was like, well, how else can I follow? How else can I follow? When Jesus says, leave everything and come follow me, the businessman couldn't do that. When I told that to my client, one of the things that he asked me was, well, would you? Would you leave everything that you have now to follow Jesus? The one thing I said was, I would like to one day, but I can't. And that's still my struggle, and that's still my journey. It's not saying that Christians are not allowed to have wealth or money, but it's what you do with that money and wealth. Are you using it for the greater kingdom, or are you using it for yourself? I truly believe that you're really missing out if you're not using it for the greater kingdom. And for me, it's trying to still stay and follow Christ all the way through those. It does not matter what the situation is. It is a challenge in the industry, but it's something that I'm willing to follow just because of the love and the strength for Jesus.